Hello, my dear people. It's so good to be back here again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, this is Saffron Media, and we are here to give you the best, the most trending, exciting, reliable, and authentic happenings in Nigeria, especially in the area of politics and many more. Yes, right here. Remember that the former chief of army staff lost his life in an aircraft last week, Friday. And somehow it has been really difficult to ascertain the cause of that crash since Friday. But guess what? Armed Forces of Nigeria gives reason for the air crash as CDS Irabo issues directive. Yes, more of these details will come to you. And remember that there's now a new chief of army staff that was actually announced today. Yes, if you don't have a report on that, yes, we have a new chief of army staff now. Yes, but that is different from this. But let us find out what exactly happened. What killed our former chief of army staff in that plane crash? What was the cause? What really happened? More details, but please ensure you subscribe, give our videos a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell, and ensure you help us like and share our video. All right, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report, as it says that the Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN, has said that the air crash that killed the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Attahiru, and 10 others on Friday was caused by inclement weather. It was earlier reported that Lieutenant General Ibrahim Attahiru died in an air crash at about 6 p.m. on Friday. A military Beechcraft 350 carrying him went down at the Kaduna International Airport on Friday, claiming all passengers. The top military officer was in Kaduna on an official trip, and it was gathered that the Attahiru'S aide died with him. In a statement signed by Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, Acting Director Defense Information, and made available on Friday night, he claimed inclement weather for the crash. It is with a heavy heart that the Armed Forces of Nigeria AFN regrets to announce that this evening at about 18 o'clock hours, that is 6 p.m., the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atairu, in company of his entourage who were on official trip from Abuja to Kaduna, were involved in an air mishap, the statement said. The unfortunate incident occurred after landing at the Kaduna International Airport due to inclement weather. The Chief of Defense Staff, CDS General Lucky Irabo, has therefore directed that an accident investigation board be constituted to unravel the immediate and remote cause of the unfortunate accident, as we pray for the repose of the soul of our gallant and committed Chief of Army Staff and other personnel on board. With him, the AFN solicits the support and understanding of all Nigerians in the face of this tragic incident. We wish to state that the Armed Forces of Nigeria remains resolute in combating the security challenges bedeviling our nation. The sacrifices of our dearly departed heroes will not be in vain. Meanwhile, the CDS urges all military personnel and their families to take heart and be condoled on this tragic loss. The CDS also reassures all Nigerians of the commitment and loyalty of the Armed Forces of Nigeria to the Constitution and government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as it continues to carry out its responsibilities, the statement said. Well, this was a very unfortunate incident that happened in Nigeria on Friday, where the Chief of Army Staff actually lost his life. That very report was shocking to all Nigerians. Just between Abuja and Kaduna, that was when the aircraft actually crashed. But the worst still issue of all of this is that it crashed at the Kaduna airport. How can that be? And now they are giving us story telling us that it was actually caused by inclement weather. Where does that happen? I believe before any aircraft would even leave the airport, they would have seen the weather reports. They would have seen how it's going to be for the day, and if the aircraft would be allowed to go out or not. So what kind of excuse is that it was caused by inclement weather? If the weather is not fair enough, they can stay back. It is not that important that they have to, leave or go back to Abuja. you know it is just so unfortunate that if we're talking about just ordinary Nigerians, or let's even say a civilian, that the aircraft they took actually crashed, it would have been a different case entirely. Not the aircraft of the Nigerian Chief of Army Staff. It is a military aircraft for that matter. So definitely both the weather, both the aircraft, everything that has to do with it has to be in place. It's just like you saying that the president boarded a flight, and not even up to 10 minutes that he boarded the flight, the plane crashed. It is definitely going to be called murder, because the aircraft of the president must be thoroughly checked, must be thoroughly examined. Both the weather, both the aircraft must be thoroughly examined. And the chief of army staff is just someone like the president. Because when we talk about the security of the country, it lies in the hands of the president and that of the chief of army staff. And if something like that could easily happen to the chief of army staff, I tell you, it can as well happen to the president. It is that bad. So I really don't understand how these things are working, where they're telling us stories that it was caused by inclement weather. That is a terrible thing to say. It is absurd. It is so unfortunate that such stories could come up all in the name of a clement weather. Well, I just hope that all of this would not continue, because the Nigerians felt that Attahiru is one chief of army staff that was ready to fight for all Nigerians. He was ready to put in the work to ensure that there's an end to insurgency and the banditry, and even that of the Boko Haram. But I think there are some forces who are holding him back for him not to work, because remember, he was the first to actually ask for a probe of the funds that was supposed to be used to purchase weapons. But somehow that case has been lingering. But anyway, my dear people, you can see that there's more to this than meets the eyes, and we hope that things do not continue like this. And even if this army chief wants to work, I hope he's not killed again, or he's not murdered like Attahiru. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Whatever you have to say about this, please drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.